he has it head level. So it's temple level. I'll come in. My hands are going to turn. Okay? Don't have your hands like this. So the hands turn this way. Make sure you're doing that. Boom. This weapon's going to go. My hands are going straight, but when I turn my hands, boom, that's where you get that kesa angle from. Not going to swing it around your head like this. The top of your head, turn your hands, that gives you the kesa angle. So it should finish over here on your center line, not over here like this. Don't swing it through. Stop. To that, you have your body. Your body is, you're going to flex the bow. The bow, boom. You're not stiff like this. You're just doing your hands. Bow, right there. Bow. And then there's timing. Make sure that it hits on the back foot. Boom. So that the lead hip is driving the weapon. Boom. No. And make sure you're not going backwards. You shifted your weight back. You put it all together. Boom. Okay? Move up and out the circle. Okay? Here. Down. So taking out of the Sansho set.
Right.
Okay? Here he goes. One. We'll do it embryonically like that, okay? You're gonna stop. Down. Oh. Here. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. This part I want you to pay attention. You go a little slow. This weapon comes here. Boom. Okay? And I don't have my hand near where his Joe would touch mine. My hand is over here. Over here. Okay? On my side of the Joe. Not my elbow on his side of the Joe. My side of the Joe. That comes down with my weight. Boom. Then in with it. Touch the Don't rudder. Don't rudder that back foot. That's your grounding power foot. Boom. Boom. From here, your glute. Boom. Ah. Okay? Let's try it. Embryonic. Embryonic refers to a timing change. Okay? It does not refer to less complete or softer, okay? You train hardness, softness, intensity, less intense, according to your partner, got it? Or according to your ability to process information. But that's not what embryonic means, okay? So, its timing is different. So for example, he comes around, and that looks like a block to me, because it's a block in the embryonic version, but there's no blocking in Aikido. Okay? So at this point, this now becomes a training vector in the embryonic phase. So this part would never happen in the technique. Okay? This is the embryonic training. So now I use this vector. Right? So when I use this vector, I come down that line, boom. This strike still has to go into his hands and into his center, so not just his hands. It has to go into his center. And to get to his center, I want this to go at least to parallel with the deck. No. Here, parallel with the deck, okay? Then comes in the move. The embryonic does not mean get your weapon parallel with the deck. Boom, boom, and in. That's the minimum, okay? You also, though, don't want it pointing down. Boom, parallel with the deck, and then in. Okay, let's try it. Go. All right, so try to understand. So I'm going to give the opening, but I'm going to take that line on the center line. So I don't want to go here passive. You see that? And I definitely don't want my tip out of this fight because I'll never get it there on time. So he's moving. I go to the center line. Engage the center line. I sense the weapon is coming around, and I sense that I got a nearer target than his face. Okay? So my path is here, down, onto the hands. And we'll move away from the embryonic timing. Again, whether it's embryonic or it's the actual technique, it has nothing to do with intensity. So you can do the actual timing less intense. Okay, it depends on how much I can process information, meaning am I doing the form correctly? Can I assess my performance, yes or no? And then how much my kick can take. That's the intensity question, not whether it's embryonic or not, okay? So, I'm around, this is dynamic, boom, in. You're killing his Joe in the strike. You'll see the threat right there. Then you'll feel his threat. So, that atosh has to go into his center. Cannot just stay out on his hands. You want his feet checked. So that he stands still and provides the necessary resistance for the Otoshizuki, okay? Let's go. So your Kihon assumes like all this kind of understanding of the weapon fighting, okay? So, for example, he goes, this is not weapon fighting. I'm here passive. I sit here like this, well now I'm blocking, okay? And I would just hit that thing as hard as I could and then come in with my follow-up. Okay? It's not Aikido either, because you block it. This passivity too is not Aikido either. Okay? So for example, let's just take a basic Kihon of Kihon Waza, of Ikkyo. Okay? So the same thing, I don't sit here and then do Ikkyo from here. There is a meeting, we meet, I met, and we go right into the technique, right? There's a connection that is established. That connection first starts immaterially. Got it? And it'll continue from there. So when I go here, there's no connection. I broke connection to do this. And then you'll have a material connection. This is not correct. Instead, it's an immaterial connection. He goes, connection still. You see? Well, this connection is keeping him from coming straight in. Do you understand? And that's why he's got to go around. So even though it doesn't look like it, you're actually doing something that generates something in him, okay? So around, boom, boom, okay? If I stay here, it would not generate him staying out there at weapon range. He would keep coming in because he knocked my weapon out, and now we're in grappling range, so to speak, or ski range, okay? So what I'm doing instead that's keeping him out is now we're in striking Joe range, okay? Got it? But what happens sometimes when we go to the actual timing is we're coming in. Do you see? And we came in now, and same thing. I would just charge me at that point because he's already there. You got to be careful as you go to hit the hands that you're not keeping yourself in range and not creating another opening. So as you're doing the timing, do you see? You're not in any different range than the embryonic level. Nothing changes. I'm not closing and moving up the circle, okay? All right, let's try it again. Let's do that kesa again. So pay attention to the kesa. So when I move around, the weapon is oriented towards him. Weapon's oriented towards him. There's a threat there, right? This movement could be that one. And he does a reaction. That's when I come around, replace it with the backhand. This is very similar, Shulman, with the weapon out on the side. So I don't want to go like this and then walk. You get it? You have that initial ski, boom, in, then it disappears, and you come over. So don't pull it out from here and you're walking in entirely like that. It could just even be just a weight shift. In, that's enough for their training purposes. In, then replace. In, replace. In, replace. Okay, let's try it. Go. So when we're reviewing, let's do the kesa review. The strike. I don't have my lats and shoulders and arms in it. I'm trying to just let my body moves the weapon. Body is moving the weapon. Body's moving the weapon. That's all I'm doing. So same thing on Shomen. I'm not gonna drive my shoulders and arms. Just my body's moving the weapon. The weapon is just falling from what my body is generating. Okay? Got it? You're not, otherwise we're gonna break the Joes. So again, emphasize the form as opposed to the effect on the Joe. Okay? Try it again. Right. So let's say I'm doing Shomen Giri. Weapon out again. Weapon out again. Okay? It's very common in Aikido, so I come around and you have this back foot ruddering problem, okay? This is totally not even external biomechanics, okay? Body mechanics. So you gotta watch that ruddering. This is not it. All I did on this cut here is I came around, so there's like a Shomen Giri. And all I did was change the front hand. That's all I did, okay? You get some rotation on the front hip, but this is now taken away from my mass, from the force equation, okay? So, just when I was doing Shomen, I'd be here, not here, shouldn't be there. Same way, just because my hand is changing, same thing. No. Straight in. Straight in. Okay? Let's try it again. Embryonically, he's going to go Shomen. This exact same. Okay? So, he's going to go. Roll. Again. I'm going to start clearing the line. Here. Okay? Then I move off the line. Embryonically, this is now a training vector. I move off the line, come down the hand. Then there's my speed. So, on, Embryonically like that. Again, embryonically, what's that look like on that first move? What's it look like? A block, but that's just embryonic. That's not how it's going to be, okay? It's going to be another stop hit in the middle of his striking, okay? Let's get there, Doug. Okay, so this is another problematic one in Sansho 2 for you guys, okay? So go back to the basics. Don't hold the end of the weapon like that. Always give yourself some space on the end so you're always ready to use it. It's the same on the knife. You don't hold the pommel, okay? You got some space there. Here also, that corner of your leverage weapons, that corner can start to fulcrum out of your grip and stuff. So you don't want that. You always have some space there, okay? And then you have third Joe. Your neutral position is always third Joe. Third Joe is marked by your shoulder width. So you don't want to be at half Joe, okay? So I'm at third Joe. He's going to come around, right? And I will move this left hand to the third Joe position on the other side. I just have to learn where it is, okay? So I don't want to go all the way to the end because I won't have much leverage here. So I have to move this hand to what is going to be the third Joe on the other side. Got it? Okay, so you just have to start here, start there, he goes, and you're fine. And I will move this hand over to third Joe to the other side. See that? And then I'll have enough weapon and enough leverage to whack that thing down. Okay? And so now we'll go out of embryonic and we'll go to the technique. Does that look right? No, that's not right. So very dynamic and stab. Hand attack and stab. Very dynamic, but it's passing through that cross.